Hello guys, my name is Mahendra. Welcome back on our YouTube channel Code Convent. Guys, in the last lecture, we had covered basic history of Java and we had installed JDK on our computer. And also we had written and executed our first Java program. So guys, in this class, we will going to install VS Code and will understand the basic structure of Java program. So guys, why we are going to install the Visual Studio Code, this things comes in your mind. So VS Code or Visual Studio Code is much more advanced in comparison of the Notepad. So as you can see, last program we have written in Notepad. So this program, we are like some new program we are going to write in the Visual Studio Code. And in this lecture, we will set up the Visual Studio Code on our computer or Java, as well as we will try to understand the basic structure of Java program in this lecture also. So for installing the Visual Studio Code, what you have to do, you have to open your any browser. So here I'm going to open the Chrome. Any of the browser you like, you can stop. So just click on open. So here the browser window is opened and we just need to go here and we need to write download VS Code. Okay, and hit the enter key. So the first link will appear code.visualstudio.com. Download Visual Studio Code for Mac, Linux and Windows. Just click on it. So as I am the Windows user, I will just click on the Windows. If you are using Linux on your computer, you can download from both of them. Like if you are using Ubuntu or some other which is Debian based, you can click on this .deb file. If you are using Red Hat Fedora, you can click on .rpm. And if you are the Mac user, just go for it. Okay. So I will click on it, Windows. So as you can see, the download has been started. So what we will do, we will set up it for Java. So in the meantime, I just want to tell you after the completion of download, okay, we will try to install some extension. We will use some extension for this Visual Studio Code also for setting it for Java. So first let it complete. I think it is downloaded. So after downloading of this, I'll just click on here. So just click on show in folder. So here you can see. Okay. So now we just need to double click on it for running this application. Okay. So it is taking it will take some few seconds. Okay. So in the meantime, guys, I just want to tell you that we just need to accept the agreement. Accept the agreement and click on next. So this will be the path where the Visual Studio Code will going to install. I don't have any problem with that. I will just click on next. Okay, if you want to change the path, you can change the path also. Here you can see the name. Yeah, I will Studio Code. Just click on next. Here it is somewhat important thing. You just need to click on create a desktop icon for your ease. Here also you just need to click on add open with code. There is some advantage behind that. I'll tell you later. Just click on this also. Okay, so then you just need to click on the next. Then just need to click on the install. It is preparing to install. So this installations depends on your machine. Okay, if you are using some advanced machine, okay, in terms of processor, in terms of memory, then it will take very less time. Okay, so it is installing. So we have to wait for a few seconds for that, and then it will be done. Okay, guys, so it is finished. We just need to click on the finish. Okay, then the Visual Studio Code will be launched. Okay, as you can see here, let it to the full screen. So guys, somewhat this interface you will see. Okay, the welcome window. Okay, that is great. So first, what we need to do, first we need to use some extensions that will be useful. Just click on the setting icon and then click on the extensions. Okay, in the extensions, you just need to go here in the search extension. You just need to write here. Okay, so you just need to click on the code runner. I'll tell you why we are using this code runner. Just click on the install, and after that, we just need to write Java. If you will write Java, okay, you will see extension pack for Java. Just click on it, okay, and click on the install. So what we did, we already completed the installation of both the extension and the Visual Studio Code also. So what we are going to do now, we are going to create one folder where we will going to store our all the Java programs. So just click on the new, just click on folder, and we will write here Java. Okay, okay, that is done. Again we will going to open our this is done already. Just click on Explorer. Okay, just click on it. Just click on it. Okay, just click on Open Folder. Okay, and here I recommend you just open the desktop. In desktop, we created one folder called Java code. Just select the folder. That's it. Okay. So we have selected this folder. Here you can see we just want to create one file. Here I just want to create one Java program, very simple program like we did in the last lecture. So here we will just write human.java. Okay. So what I want to tell you guys here, human.java is a file. Okay, is a Java file, and we just need to hit the enter. We create it. So in the last class, what we had learned that we always need to use the class while running the Java program, then the class name. Here the file name and the class name should be the same. So the file name was human, okay, small h, and the class have the starting and the closing curly brace. And a part of that starting and closing curly brace, we must need to use the main method here. We just need to write main. Okay. So in the main method, as you can see the advantages. Okay, the last time we have written public static void main. Okay, then inside the bracket we have written string. Okay, then this array symbol and this args. Okay, so last time we have written each and everything. This time I just written main and hit the enter, and it is auto completed. So this feature is good from the Visual Studio Code side. A part of it, guys, what we will going to write, very simple program. We just want to print something on our screen. Okay, so what we will do, we will write, I told you last time we used system dot out. dot print ln. Okay, so I can say I read. Okay, the same thing I'm going to copy, Control C. Here I just paste it to Control V. Again, I just paste here 3 times. Copy. This is also you can use. Paste. Okay, I will just change this text. I read, I eat, I sleep. Okay, so this is the thing you can see. We will save this file by using the shortcut key Control S key. Here the symbol will change. Okay, now you can see. Now for running this, we just click on this. Okay, run the code, and here you can see the output. The output should be I read, I eat, I sleep. If there will be no problem in the program. Okay, so let's see. I think it is taking some time. Okay, that we need to wait for a few seconds, and then we have to check. So here we got the output. Okay, 2 times I run, so 2 times I got the output. Okay, I read, I eat, I sleep. 3, 4 times I did. Okay, so here you can see this is the output. So by this program, we will try to understand the basic structure of Java program. So for you guys, I have created this thing in terms of PDF, so I can explain you better the basic structure of Java program. So here I'm going to open this. Here you can see this is the PDF I created, and this PDF, let me tell you. Okay, so we will use any of the color, no problem. Okay, so here you can see the basic structure of Java program. This program we already written and executed also. The last time we have written this kind of program in Notepad, and what we did, we tried to execute this program by using the CMD. Okay, so now what we will do in this class, okay, we already executed this program in the Visual Studio Code. So the thing comes in your mind, like as I told you, class is very much important thing. Okay, if you are going to write any Java program, okay, the class is the mandatory thing. At the very basic level, you must need to write a class, then some class name. Okay, then this is the starting brace. Okay, and this is the closing brace. So I request you for few seconds forgot this all things that is written here. Okay, please try to forget. Now focus on there is one class. Class name is it can be anything. Class name like human. Class name can be Ram. Okay, class name can be Shyam. Class name can be Hanuman. Whatever the class name you want to write, you can write. Okay, there is no issue in that. Okay, so the thing, whatever you will write between this starting brace and the closing brace inside this class, okay, it comes directly under means it can be controlled by using this class. I'll tell you later how we can control entire things which comes under the class. So here the important aspect is now you understand the class, sir, you told we have written any of the name, but what basically class is? So class is the collection of objects. Okay. Or you can say class is the collection of real world entity. Okay. You are the real world entity as you are trying to learning it from the YouTube. You are human. Okay. Your name can be anything. Okay. I am also the real world entity. Okay. My name is Mahendra. Okay. So any real world entity. Okay. Means class is the collection of real world entities or the objects. Okay, like every object have some functions. Okay, some functions like some, suppose there is a guy whose name is Ram. Okay, and the function of Ram is, okay, the guy eat, read and sleep. Okay, these all are the things that guy do. Okay, it is the main function of that Ram. Okay, try to understand from here. The main function of Ram is that the thing that he's doing. Okay, he usually do eat, read, and sleep. That is the thing. So this is called class. So now again things come that, sir, I understand the class you told these all things comes under the class like public, static, void, main, string. Okay, then the symbol for this array, I'll tell you about that. This string args, sir, what it is. Okay. So now, right now I request you, please don't go deep in that. Okay, just assume that we have to write this thing whenever we are writing the basic Java program. Okay, just forgot this thing right now. Public, static, void. Okay. Forget in terms of you have to just write this. Okay, I'll tell you later why we have to write public static void for the main function. What is void, what is static, what is public, I'll tell you each and everything. Now just focus on the main. Okay, so always you need to mention the main. Okay, main is a method. Okay, main is the function. Okay, this function, what are the capabilities of this function is what are the statements come under this function, like system.out.println I eat. It is a statement. Okay, if you will write this inside this, if you will write I eat, it will going to print on the screen. Okay, so like in class have the authority for the main. In the same way, this main have the authority for this statement system.out.println, like these statement. Now this is this symbol is called a terminator. Okay, which is used to terminate to the next line. It will help to read the compiler. Okay, there is one thing, compiler, as I told you in the last class. Compiler work is very easy. The compiler is used to translate your source code or the code that you have written in any sort of programming language, okay, to the machine code. So compiler read it line by line. So after completing this line, compiler get to know after this symbol, compiler will know, okay, now I have to read it to the next line. So it will read this next line. After that, it will read this line. Okay, here, when it reach this point, okay, when after that, as it is the last terminating symbol, this program here, there is nothing. Okay, so it will produce the output. Okay, so the basic structure of Java program, we have covered what is class. Okay, class can be anything. Okay, as I told you, Okay, I told you about the main method, and now comes into the system.out.println. Before understanding the system.out.println, now let's discuss this public, static, and void. So, like if you are writing any Java program, okay, so always the execution of the program, okay, the compiler, the guy that I told you is used to translate, okay, something, translate this Java programming language to machine code. Okay, that guy is responsible, okay, for translating. So that guy will always start translating anything from the main method. Okay, so main method is the first point of execution of any Java program. Okay, the execution of the Java program starts with the main method. Okay, so now why we are using this public? So this main method should be public. Okay, if it is if it is private, okay, no one able to, like any other class will not able to access this main method. Okay, so for why we are using the static? So static is the thing. Okay, the static keyword is a non-access modifier. Okay, used for method. Okay, and attribute. Now maybe you are not able to understand that thing, but for making it very simple, okay, I'll tell you later what is the concept of object, what is the concept of class. Without making, uh, if you want to access some method without making its object, then you must need to use the static. Okay. And what is void? Void is basically the return type. Okay. Return type of any method. So before declaration of any method, you must need to use the void. Okay. In simple terms, in layman's language, I can say, now we will come to the system out.println. In layman's language, I can say, if you want to print anything on the console or on the screen, you must need to use this statement, and whatever you will write inside this, okay, inside this double quotes, okay, it will print as it is. Okay, so let me clear all the thing. Okay, now we will try to give much more focus on the system.out.println. Like everyone is inheriting something from their parents, from their grand parents. Okay, there are so many things. Okay, in the same way, this terminology depends. Okay, so system is basically a class. Okay, now you can say, sir, we already created a class human. Now you are saying again we are using class. How it can possible? So this class will comes with the package called the Java Lang package. Okay. Uh, so let me tell you, let me clear you this thing. This class we are creating, okay, from our side. But by default, we will get some packages from the Java language itself. In that package, there is a class called the system class. Okay. So we are using that system class. Dot have some special meaning. Okay. By using this dot, we are able to access one variable, one basically not one variable, one static variable. Okay. What is this static variable? I'll tell you later. For the sake of simplicity, I just want to tell you, please do not put so much stress on your head. Just go for it. That out is a variable. I tell you what is variable also of the system class, and println is a function, okay, whose task is very simple, to print anything whatever written inside that function. Okay, so as you have just started, okay, if you are not able to understand the things, okay, for the sake of simplicity, I can say, if you want to write a simple Java program, I just want to say that you just need to write a class, okay, any name, whatever the name you want to give, any of your friend's name you can write, okay, class, then some friend name, okay, then the starting brace, okay, and here is the closing brace, okay. Inside that you just need to write, inside that you just need to mention this public static void main every time, this whole, because this is the part of syntax. Syntax is like the predefined rule for writing anything in some particular language. So this is the part of syntax. This string, this array symbol args, this is the part of symbol. If you don't know the array symbol also, I'll tell you that thing also in upcoming lectures. But for the sake of simplicity, I request you just learn it now. Public static void main, then the bracket, then string, then this array symbol, then args, then the bracket close, and this is the starting point and this is the closing point of the main function. Okay, I want to tell you, please do not confuse between the starting point of the class and the closing point of the class, which is different from the starting point of the main method, okay, and the closing point of the main method. Okay, this is SM, starting point of the main method. This is the CM, closing point of the main method. I hope you understand. Okay, in the same way, we have written two more times this system.out.println. Okay, so if you have any doubts, please do comments. Okay, and I try to upload the resources related to this lecture and the previous lecture, okay, as early as possible. And thank you guys. Please subscribe my channel, like this video, and do comments. Thank you.